Hello everyone, this is Chaya Math Tutorial. Please subscribe my channel, click on the bell icon for further classes. If you like the video, please like it and share it. If you want our previous classes, please go through the description. Today's we solved the exercise 1.3 second problem. In the second problem, what we need to solve here, the question saying that you know that 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857 hold the bar, means they put a bar for this after the point numbers. They given the value of 1 by 7. Can you predict what the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7 are, without actually doing the long division? If so, how? Hint: study the remainder while finding the value of 1 by 7 carefully. They are already given the value of 1 by 7. We need to find the value of these fractions. In the second problem, I am considering first one, 2 by 7. 2 by 7 is equal to, how you can write 2 into 1 by 7. Okay, so that means 2 by 7 itself. So we need to find the value of 2 by 7. Here 7 is a divisor, 2 is a dividend. First we need to divide. 2 by 7 can be written as a 7 is a divisor and 2 is a dividend. Here 2 is less than 7. So I can take a point, that is 0 point. I will get a 0 after 2. That is 7. 2 is a 14. Right. 7 3 is, it is 21, which is greater than 20. So I am taking 7 2 is a 14. Subtract 20 from 14 from 20. You will get 6. That is taking borrow. 10 minus 4 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. Again 6 is less than 7. I already taken a 0 point. So I can take a 0 directly. In the 7 table, 60 is goes in 8. 7 8s are 56. 60 minus 56 is 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 5 is 0. Again 4 is less than 7. Again I had already taken 0 point. I will take a 0 directly. 40. 7 5s are 35. 10 minus 5 is 5. 0. Again 5 is less than 0. I have taken 0. Again 50. 7 7s are 49. Again take a carry. 10 minus 9 is 1. 0 here. 1 is less than 7. I can take a 0 after 1 because I taken already 0 point. 7 1s are 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. Again take 0. 7 4s are 28. It will be goes on. The division will be continue. It will not terminate at one stage. So I can stop at this stage itself. So come here. 2 into 1 by 7, that will be written as 2 by 7. This can be written as 0. How much you got the quotient value? 0.285714. Hold the bar. Put a bar to this. Therefore 0.285714 whole bar is non-terminating repeating. Non-terminating repeating. This means the number will not terminate at one stage. It will be goes on at infinite times. This I already explained in the previous video. So watch the previous video. Go through the description. You will get a previous video and go through this topic, terminating, non-terminating meaning. In the second problem itself, we need to find the one more thing, that is 3 by 7. How we will write 3 by 7? 3 by 7 can be written as 3 into 1 by 7. So here 7 is a divisor, 3 is a dividend. Here 3 is less than 7, so I can take 0 point. I will get a 0 here. 7 4s are 28. 30 minus 20 is 2. 0. 0 I already taken 0 point. I can take a 0 here. 7 2s are 14. 10 minus 4 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. 6 is less than 7, so I can take 0 here. That is 7 8s are 56. Remaining 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 5 is 0. Again take a 0. After 4, 7 5s are 35. Remaining 5. That is 40 minus 35 is 5. I had written here. I can take a 0 after 5 because I already taken a decimal. 7 7s are 49. 50 minus 49 is 1. I put a 0 after 1. Again 7 1s are 7. Then 10 minus 7 is 3. 30. 28. 7 4s are 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. This will goes on up to infinite times. It will not terminating. It is a non-terminating repeating decimal. That's why I stop here itself. 3 into 1 by 7 is 3 by 7. That is equal to 0.428514 whole the bar. Bar indicating that it is a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Similarly, we have to do 4 by 7 equal to 4 into 1 by 7. In the side space, you have to divide this. We will get 0.5714285 whole the bar. Put a bar. Next, similarly, you have to do 5 by 7 equal to 5 into 1 by 7. 5 by 7, that is equal to this. Okay. Copy down this. How I had written. Same procedure you have to write in the notes. Next, 6 by 7. 6 by 7 is equal to 16 to 1 by 7, that is equal to 6 by 7. The value you will get is 0.8571428 whole the bar. Next, third main, classify the I have taken 9th question here in the textbook. 9th question, copy down this. First, classify the following numbers as a rational or irrational. We need to classify the numbers, which one is a rational and which one is a irrational number. Copy down this question. Then put a tabular column, one rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers, it is in the form of P by Q, but irrational numbers are, it is in the form of it is not in the form of P by Q. And also one more thing, rational numbers, I already told, rational numbers are, in the previous video I already explained that the decimal expansion of a rational numbers either a terminating or a non-terminating recurring. The decimal expansion of a irrational number is either non-terminating or non-recurring. So here they given the numbers root 23, root 225, 0.3796, 7.478, 478, and 1.101, 001, 0001, like this which will be there. First you have to take root 225. This is a rational numbers, because root 225 it is a square number of 15. 15 square is root 225. It is a rational number. Root 23 you will get a non-terminating, non-recurring. So that's why root 23 will be the irrational number. Next decimal is 0.3796. It is a terminating number. That's why I have taken in the rational number. Next one is 7.478, 478. It already terminated and it is stopped. That's why I have taken in the rational number. 478, 478. Here this, it is non-terminating recurring, non-recurring decimal. So I am taking here 001, 1001, 00001. It will be goes on. Put a dot after this number. Next question, take on 7th problem. Write 3 numbers whose decimal expansion are non-terminating, non-recurring. We need to give examples which is a decimal expansion are non-terminating and a non-recurring. Write on 7th problem, but in the notes you have to write 4th problem, right? In 9th problem I had taken as a third problem, and seventh problem as a fourth. In the notes you have to mention fourth problem. Solution 0.750, again 7500, 75000, but here the number will be same. The zeros comes in between the numbers, it will be goes on increasing, it will goes on up to infinite times. Second problem similarly 0.20, 200, 2000, like that goes so on. In the example in the table I already explained. This one is also example for the non-terminating non-recurring decimal. I had taken these three examples. You can take other than these three. Okay. Next problem. Fifth problem solution. Questions you have to copy down from the textbook. Fifth problem I had taken this sixth one in the textbook. Look at several examples of a rational numbers in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, where p and q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal representations. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? Solution for the sixth problem. I had written here fifth one. Put on the continuation number, but copy down the sixth question in the textbook. Okay. For this sixth question, I had written fifth problem, fifth solution. Okay. Solution. The prime factorization of a q has only powers of 2 or a powers of 5 or both. For example, 2 by 5. In the rational numbers, it will be terminate at one point. Why? Because of the prime factorization of q as only the powers of 2 or a powers of 5 or a both. For example, 2 by 5 is equal to 0.4 and 3 by 2 is equal to 0.4. Here the denominator value, that is q value, is 5, here 2, or the combination of both. 7 by 8 is equal to 0.875. It will terminate at one stage. Therefore, it should be a prime factorization of q as only a powers of 2 or a powers of 5 or a both. Next, sixth problem. Sixth problem had taken this. Find the three different irrational numbers between the rational numbers 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. Because eighth problem had taken, that is sixth problem in the notes. You have to copy down question from the textbook and solution I will explain you. Here 5 by 7, divide the 5 by 7, you will get a 0.7142857 whole bar. It will goes on, it is a non-terminating non-recurring decimal. Similarly, the 9 by 11 is, you can divide 9 by 11, you will get a 0.818 whole bar. It is a non-terminating non-recurring decimal. In between these two decimal, you need to find a three decimals which are irrational numbers. Find the different irrational numbers between these two rational numbers. Okay, that is 0. You can find an infinite number of irrational numbers between these two decimal numbers. That I had taken only 3. The 3 irrational numbers are 0.750, 7500, so on. Similarly, first one, second one, and third one. Similarly, 08080, 08000, so on. Okay. Next problem, I had taken fourth one. This fourth problem becomes seventh problem in the notes. Okay. Fourth one, express 0.0999 in the form p by q. Are you surprised by your answer? With your teacher and a classmate, discuss why the answer makes a sense. Here we need to express this 0.99 in the form of p by q. Okay. First solution, seventh I had taken seventh one. Seventh problem. Okay, this will be the fourth problem. Write on the question of fourth one, then you copy down this answer. Okay, let x equal to 0.999, so on. For this you need to show this decimal expansion into p by q form. Okay na. multiplying both the side by 10. 10 into x, then 10 into 0.999. This become 10x, that is equal to, after multiplying this 9 will be come to the unit place, that is 9.99. Remaining 3 nines will be remain after the decimal point. Okay, so on. Then 10x equal to, this 9.99 can be written as 9 plus 0.999. If you add, you will get a 9.99 itself. Okay, if you want check it, you can check it. 10x equal to 9 plus x, because this is x and this value will be same, right? So therefore I had taken x here. Move this x to the left hand side, that is 10x minus x equal to 9. 10x minus x is 9x, that is equal to 9. Then cross multiplication, x equal to 9 by 9. 9 ones are 9 ones are. Therefore x equal to 1. Thus 0.999 equal to 1. Okay, because x equal to 1, that means 0.99 equal to 1. 1 can be written as p by q form, that is 1 by 1. Hence here p equal to 1 and q equal to 1. Since 0.999 goes on forever, it will be infinitely move on up to infinite times. So it will not stop. This is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So there is no gap between the 1 and 0.999. Here these two, 1 and 0.999, are equal. Hence solved. Operation on real numbers. In that exercise 1.5, exercise 1.5 copied on the first question from the textbook. Following numbers as a rational or a irrational. We need to classify the given 5 numbers. We need to classify this as a rational and irrational numbers. Put a tabular classify the rational into irrational. Here I had taken second one as a rational number, and 2 by root 7, 7 by root 7 is a rational number, because we simplify 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. This plus root 23 and minus root 23 get cancelled, we remain with 3. That's why I taken this as a rational. In this 2 by root 7 by 7 by root 7, here root 7 and root 7 will be the same. So we can will be the same. So we can get a take a rational number. Only 2 will be the rational numbers. Here this 2 minus root 5, it will non-terminating, and 1 by root 2 is also non-terminating. 2 into pi value is 3.14 something. It will goes on up to infinite times. That's why taken as a irrational number. In the put a tabular column, divide rational and irrational number column, make it 2 columns of rational and irrational, and add it and copy down this. Second main, simplify each of the following expression. In that first problem, 3 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2. Similarly, you already studied in the previous class. This you have to solve in the same way. Solution. First, write on the given problem, 3 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2. This can be written as 3 into 2 plus root 2 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2. First multiply this number with the bracket 1 and plus root 3 write down, and again write the 2 plus root 2. Then 3 into 2, multiply this 3 inside this, 3 2s are 6, plus here in after before root 2 there will be anything means 1, 3 into 1, 3 root 2. Okay, plus 2 root 3, multiply root 3 inside, 2 into root 3 plus root 3 into root 2. Okay, now 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus root 3 into root 2 is root 6. Stop at this stage. Just expand the thing and stop. Second problem, 3 plus root 3 into 3 minus root 3. it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b form. Okay, that is, we know that a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So consider the problem, 3 plus root 3 into 3 minus root 3. That is, here a is 3 whole square minus root 3 whole square. Here 3 square is 9 minus, here root and square and root get cancelled, remain with 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. Third problem, root 5 plus root 2 whole square. Here this problem in the form of a plus b whole square, we know that a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. That is, root 5 plus root 2 whole square is equal to, in the place of a, root 5 will be there, in the place of b, root 2 is there. That is, root 5 whole square plus root 2 whole square plus 2 into root 5 into root 2. Square and root get cancelled, remain with 5, plus here also root and square get cancelled, remain with 2, plus multiply these root numbers, that is 5 into 2 is root 10, that is 2 root 10. 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 2 root 10 will be the answer. Root 5 minus root 2, root 5 plus root 2. It is in the form of a minus b into a plus b form. Write on the given problem, root 5 plus root 2, that is, a is root 5 whole square minus root 2 whole square. Here square and root get cancelled, remain with 5 minus 2, that is 3 will be the answer. Next, third question, recall pi is defined as the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter, say d. Circumference of a circle will be c and the diameter will be d. Then that is, pi is equal to c by d. This seems to contradict the fact that pi is a irrational. How will you resolve this contradiction? Here we need to prove that pi is a irrational number. Solution, there is no contradiction, as either c or d is irrational and hence pi is irrational. There is no contradiction for this what the circumference and the diameter of a circle. It seems to be a pi is a irrational number itself, because pi value is equal to 22 by 7. It is an irrational number and it will be non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. Therefore pi is irrational number. Next, fifth main, rationalize the denominator of the following. We need to rationalize the given problem they given. This is very important main, rationalizing the denominator. First problem, 1 by root 7. Listen carefully, it will be very important and it will comes in the examination also. Solution, 1 by root 7. So we need to rationalize the denominator, means multiply the denominator value, both numerator and denominator. We need to rationalize, means 1 by root 7 is equal to, take the denominator, multiply both numerator and numerator, multiply root 7 into 1 is root 7. Here root 7 into root 7 is root 7 whole square. Because here also same number will be there, here also same number, so we can write root 7 whole square. That is root 7 divided by, here root and square and root get cancelled, we remain with 7. Okay, here that's it. Or else you can multiply root 7 into 7, we will get a root 49. We remain with root 49 means 7 square, square and root get cancelled, we arrive this step itself. I had written directly. Second problem, 1 by root 7 minus root 6. Solution, 1 by root 7 into minus root 6. In this case, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator. Its conjugate we have to multiply. That is, here if it is minus, here minus will be there, we need to take a plus sign here. If it is in the plus, we will get minus sign. multiply its conjugate by numerator and denominator. What you will get? 1 into anything is root 7 plus root 6. Here the denominator value is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. So this can be written as a square minus b square, that is root 7 whole square minus root 6 whole square. Here square and root get cancelled. We remain with root 7 plus root 6 right as it is in the numerator. There is no simplification here. Here we remain with 7 minus 6, that is root 7 plus root 6, that is 7 minus 6 is 1, that is denominator be 1 means hence solved. Next, third problem, 1 by root 5 plus root 2. Third problem, we have to multiply its conjugate, both numerator and denominator, that is root 5 minus root 2 divided by root 5 minus root 2. Rationalizing the denominator, that is root 5 minus root 2 divided by root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2. Root 5 minus root 2 divided by, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, that is root 5 whole square minus root 2 whole square, that is a square minus b square. Square and root get cancelled. Root 5 minus root 2 divided by 5 minus 2, that is root 5 minus root 2 is equal to 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. You can write separately, that is root 5 by 3 minus root 2 by 3, or keep as it is. Solved. Fourth problem, 1 by root 7 minus root 2. I had written problem into the denominator, its conjugate of the denominator is root 7 plus 2, root 7 plus 2. Write as it is, root 7 plus 2 into 1 is root 7 plus 2. You will get no changes. Then root 7 plus minus 2 into root 7 plus 2. That is root 7 plus 2 divided by, here it is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. So you can apply a square minus b square, that is root 7 whole square minus 2 whole square. Here root 7 plus 2, root and square and root get cancelled, 7. Here there is no square root for the 2. You have to square the number. 2 square is 4. Root 7 plus 2, 7 minus 4 is 3. This can be written as root 7 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Hence solved. Next topic, laws of exponents for a real numbers. I had already explained these properties, these laws of exponents in the starting itself. That is a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. A power m whole to the power n can be written as m into n. That is a power m into n. Am by an is equal to, this can be written as a power m minus n. Am into b power m is equal to ab whole to the power m. Then 1 by a power n can be written as a power minus n. Here a, n and m are the natural numbers. Remember that a is a base and m and n are the powers of the, that is exponent of the a. They are exponents. This is the laws of exponent. Now exercise 1.6, in that first problem, 64 whole to the power 1 by 2. 64 whole to the power, it is in the form of a power m to the power n. This can be written as a power m into n. Consider the problem 64 whole to the power half. This can be written as 64 here. 64 will be the square number of 8 square whole to the power half. This can be written as 8 2 into 1 by 2. Here in the power 2 get cancelled. We remain with 8 to the power 1, that is 8. We remain with 8. Second problem, 32 whole to the power 1 by 5. This is in the form of a power m whole to the power n, that is a power m into n. That is, here 32 will be there. In the 2, it will be multiplied in the 5 times. We will get a 32. that is 1 by 5, that is equal to 2 to the power 5 into 1 by 5. 5 get cancelled, we remain with 2. Third problem 125 whole to the power 1 by 3. This is also in the form of a power m whole to the power n, that is equal to a power m into n. 125 can be written as 5 cube. 5 cube is equal to 125 whole to the power 1 by 3, that is 5 into 5 to the power 3 into 1 by 3. 3 get cancelled, we remain. Second main, find 9 to the power 3 by 2. This is in the form of a to the power m whole to the power n, that can be written as a power m into n. So 9 to the power 3 by 2 can be written as, here 9 can be written as a 3 square. 3 square is equal to 9, right? So whole to the power 3 by 2, right, as it is the power. Then 3 to the power 2 into 3 by 2. 3 get cancelled. Sorry, 2 get cancelled. We remain with 3 to the power 3. That is, how we will expand 3 cube means 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9. 9 3s are 27. That is 27 will be the answer. Second problem, 32 to the power 2 by 5. Here it is in the form of a power m whole to the power n, that is equal to a power m into n. 32 whole to the power 2 by 5, that can be written as, here 32 can be written as 2 power 5. That is 2 power 5 is equal to 32. Multiply 5 into 2 by 5. 5 get cancelled. We remain with 2. That is 2 square, that is equal to 4. Third problem, 125 to the power minus 1 by 3. Solution, a power m, it is in the form of a power m whole to the power n, that is equal to a power m into n. 125 can be written as 5 cube, that is 5 cube is equal to 125. 5 cube in 5 to the power 3 into minus 1 by 3. 3 get cancelled. It is 5 to the power minus 1. We know this property 1 by an can be written as a power minus n. This can be written as 1 by an. In the same procedure had written, 5 power minus 1 can be written as 1 by 5. Third main, simplify 2 to the power 2 by 3 into 2 to the power 1 by 5. This is in the form of a power m into a power n, that is equal to a power m plus n. This can be written as 2 to the power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. This you don't write this one. Next step, here these two are in fraction form. For this, here the denominator will be different. We need to take a LCM for this, for 3 and 5. For 3 and 5, 3 ones are 3, 5 ones are 5. We remain with 3 into 5, 3 5s are 15. That is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. For this we need to multiply the LCM into 15. 1 by 5 into 15. 3 ones are 3 5s are, that is 5 2s are 10. That I written here. Then 3 into 1. 1 by 5 into 15. 5 ones are 5 3s are. 3 into 1, that is 3. I had written here. 10 plus 3 is 13 by 15. That is 2 to the power 13 by 15 will be the answer. Please go through the problem slowly, and if you have any doubts, please ask me. Okay. Second problem, 1 by 3 to the power 3 whole to the power 7. This is in the form of a to the power m whole to the power n, that is equal to a power m into n. 1 by 3 to the power 3 whole to the power 7 can be written as, this denominator number, if it goes to the numerator, means the power become negative. That is 3 to the power 3 cube become 3 to the power minus 3 whole to the power 7. That is 3 to the power minus 3 into 7, that is equal to 3 to the power minus 21. This can be written as 1 by 3 by 20, 3 to the power 21. Third problem, 11 to the power 1 by 2 divided by 11 to the power 1 by 4. It is in the form of a power m by a power n, that can be written as a power m minus n. Similarly, had written here 11 power 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. For this, it is in the form of fraction. We need to take a LCM for this, for 2 and 4. For 2 and 4, we get a 4. That is 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 2. Again 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. That is equal to 4. 2 into 2. Multiply this. 2 into 2, 4. we will get a LCM 4. For this first fraction, 1 by 2 into 4. Multiply the LCM what you got. 1 by 2 into 4 is 2 ones are 2 twos are. Here 1 by 4 into 4 is 4 ones are 4 ones are. That is 2 into 1, 2. That I had written here. For the first fraction, I got 2. Minus, what the sign will be there? Put the sign that 1 by 4 into 4, 4 ones are 4 ones are. You remain with 1. 1 had written here. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 by 4. That is 11 to the power 1 by 4. Fourth problem. 7 to the power 1 by 2 into 8 to the power 1 by 2. Here the bases are different. The power are same. For this we use a law of exponent by saying that a to the power m into b to the power m, that is equal to ab to the power m. That is 7 into 2 whole to the power 1 by 2. Because here power will be the same, only the bases are different. Therefore 7 8s are 56 whole to the power 1 by 2. Hence solved. Here chapter 1 is completed.